Swamiji, here is this. People also tell that our bodies, human bodies, if we needed more dairy products, why were we restricted for 2 years of milk from our own mother? So this is human body does not need any dairy products.
You see, can you reframe your question?
So
Just restate your
okay.
question.
So see, one part of the question that you answered, that is that that we were not snatching or taking away the milk from the calf's share. So that's very clear. On the other side, if you see, human bodies need only early 2 years of our life, we need milk from our mother. After that, our body does not need it. So how do you think that this excessive milk that we are consuming from cow will be okay for human bodies? And if it was, then why were we offered more milk from our mother?
First of all, you see, milk is a mainstay for any infant.
Mm-hmm.
Mammals, all
Yes,
mammals, they drink milk.
Yes.
So this is correct that early infancy we need milk.
Yes.
And actually today is because of the work culture that we live in,
Mm-hmm.
mothers are not able to offer milk, for breastfeeding is not happening. So that is for a child is the best food child can have if he can depend on mother's milk for the first 2 or 3, even 3 years. There are cases where even 4-5-year-old children are dependent. They will be very sharp, very healthy. They'll have excellent immunity. So that was the system in all the cultures to breastfeed a child as long as possible. But anyway, so now question comes of giving cow's milk. You see, this we wean off our mothers after a child grows up. Now there is, if you see the nutritional pattern, dietary patterns of all the traditional society, there is a presence of animal protein in their diets.
Yes.
So there is either meat, fish, or meat, fish, eggs, or there is dairy also. Now point is, dairy is a civilized way of taking animal proteins, because milk is nothing but transformation of blood. And as I explained in earlier questions, that there are non-violent, completely benevolent ways of taking out milk without hurting cows, without hurting its progeny, that is calf. Milk is nothing but transformed blood, transformation of blood. So there is animal protein and cow milk. Actually, if you see any traditional culture, any traditional society, there is presence of dairy there. For example, you take the deserts, Northern Africa, Middle East, Middle Eastern Asia, wherever you take, this concept of horse milk, sheep milk.
Yes, sheep milk.
And there is camel milk.
Yes.
So milk is there. Then they make kefir out of it. They make cheese out of it. They make butter out of it. Sheep butter. These are all traditional. Then you move to Central Asia. Wherever the civilizations have developed, you see dairy there.
Yes. Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, Swamiji.
So point is, there is presence of everywhere in Mongolia, for example. The mainstay of their diet also, they make half a dozen products out of dairy.
Yeah.
And then they dry it, those cheeses, they dry it and they consume for winter.
Okay.
So then you move to highlands, Tibetan highlands, then you have concept of yak milk.
Okay.
So anywhere you see there is a presence of, animal protein in form of milk.
Okay.
So when you come to cow milk is supposed to nourish, as per our scripture, supposed to nourish the finer tissues of the brain. The reason India had such an advanced culture, you talk of Sanskrit language. Basic grammar, it takes you 12 years to learn the basics of grammar. Then you have medicine. Then you have avionics. Then you have got architecture. The number of books, nobody has been able to count how many books we had. The millions and millions and millions. Even today, not 5% have been digitized, what we are left with. And what we are left with is not even 0.5 or 0.2% of what we had, 0.1%. And not even 5%. what to talk of digitization, even cataloging has not been, could not be done. So much knowledge, and that finer tissues are built in the brain by the, cow's milk. So that is why actually the cow, is
Cow milk is that nutritious to our body, and it's important that it even takes care of our finer tissues that has the capability to handle so much of information and knowledge.
yes. So that is what Vedic culture can be called the cow culture.